I am Nicole, and I'm an intuitive love coach, and I help successful women in leadership to attract love. And when I say leadership, if you identify with being a leader, regardless of your job position or where you're in life, then I'm the coach for you, because leadership is an internal quality more so than an external. So with that being said, I'm going to talk to you today about leadership, and qualities that are important for successful women in leadership in general to attract love. I'm a double Pisces, and I have a lot of Scorpio energy in me as well. I'm a very deep person, and I'm a very self-motivated person, like individual. And if you are part of my channel, I know that you are too. So I will say what I feel in today's video because I'm feeling really passionate. So follow along with me. And if you're interested in working with me privately, the link is going to be available as well. So I believe that for attracting love, you have to be very self-motivated. You have to be motivated. And it's something you have to rise bigger and deeper than your emotions and what your emotions are telling you. You have to rise bigger than the trauma that your family experienced in the past. You have to be a visionary. You have to have a very clear picture of the type of love that you want. I don't know if it's because of the amount of pain that I experienced growing up as a kid or the complete lack of love that I felt, that when I was around 21 or something years old, after my dad passed away, that somebody told me, Nicole, if you don't work on your love life, you might probably experience the same things that your parents felt. And that was like a bucket of cold water because I did not feel loved growing up. I did not want to have the life that my parents had. And not only that, I felt like my dad and my mom deserved better. I believe that everybody in my whole family deserved better. And I realized from a very early age that it was up to me, that it was up to me to change things around. And over the years, I've had to overcome feeling after feeling, emotion after emotion, being very connected to the vision, losing people around me, family members, standing up for what I believed in, standing up for myself, for the vision. And even though people would tell me, Nicole, you want a lot, etc., I said to myself, I refuse to compromise. It's safe and it's important for me to feel safe in my relationships. It is more important for me too, as well, other than safety, to be my most authentic self, to be accepted with my brilliance, with my depth, and not be surrounded by people who try to shrink me. And what I personally observed over the years is that you have to be motivated when it comes to attracting love. Not motivated necessarily by the external, but by an inner fire, an inner vision, an inner commitment to yourself. You are the visionary that's creating a future for your future family. You know how we talk about generational wealth? Well, let's talk about generational love. Okay, instead of just focusing on the money, we need to have generational love. You are thinking ahead and you're acting in the name of the future that you want your family to have. Whether you are a mom or not yet, but you are acting in the future of that. And this is why it's important for me, and what I recommend is for you to create time for you to be by yourself, to cultivate your vision, to be surrounded by people who really get the vision of love. You need to take care of your energy, because unfortunately in the world that we live in, we are taught just to be reactive when it comes to love. We're taught to just go with the flow, to just look at the external and feel like because the world is happening this way, this either dictates that I can have love or not have love. But because you're a leader, I'm talking to you today. You know for a fact that when you have a business, you are a leader in a company, you have to continue. You have to find new ways. You have to be creative. You know that you have to be positive and even be grateful, to move forward, to think ahead, and to hold the space for what you want. And we all know this as leaders, we always get what we want and we look for ways and integrity to get it. So the same thing applies to love. And the only difference is that you're going to have to deal with deeper emotions that are running through your system, that potentially put you in a state of fear, flight, freeze, fight, or fawn response. And you don't know this. Maybe you're freezing And what I've seen is when it comes to love, like you have to understand as a leader that your ego might come up. I've had moments in my own experience where I realized that for me as a woman, there was like a need of competition with other women. There was a comparison thing going on, and I had to keep on going. I had to keep on connecting with the energy of love. The issue that I find for us women is that we've been conditioned and programmed from a very early age with frequencies and ideas and thought patterns of shame, of competition, of having to fight for attention, of greed, of like powerlessness. And all of these programs are kind of unconscious, and they put you sometimes in a state of freeze where you're waiting, you're upset when you feel like you're not attracting men that are your caliber. I ask you and I implore you to not be motivated to work on your love life just because of pain. I ask you and I implore you to work on your love life and to do it out of a sense of expansion, out of a sense of vision. Why am I bringing this up? It's because the biggest quality that you're going to find when it comes to leadership and when it comes to attracting love is that you're going to have to rise above pain. You're going to have to find for a way to not just be motivated by pain, but to be motivated by vision, to be motivated by happiness and nurturing. You have to be motivated by the nurturing that you want to experience, the nurturing that you want your family to have. You have to be motivated and nurtured by love. I notice that a lot of people work on their love lives just because they want to stop pain. They want to stop a feeling of increasing sense of pain that's happening. And then as soon as the pain subdues or goes lower, they stop. Is this you? Ask yourself why. Because one thing that I've realized is that you might still be motivated by pain, or you might not be fully believing in yourself if you are coming from an angle of just trying to stop the pain. If you're just wanting to control or wanting to keep people with you, rise above that. Do this work because you love yourself. Do this work because you want to love yourself more. This is important. So keep it motivated. I'm happy that you're connected with this love. People don't miss out on this. You know, I see people running away from their feelings, letting their fearful emotions take over them. Fearful emotions is not just a fear of, of like a man leaving or abandoning or something like that. They let fearful emotions like self-loathing, self-criticism, shame get the best of them. Like, why am I working on my love life? Why should I have to work on my love life? They go into entitlement. All of those are survival emotions. None of them are an energy of love. None of them are an energy of nurturing, self-love, and self-care. Why are you complaining about nurturing yourself more? Why are you complaining about receiving more? If you understand the leadership qualities that were necessary for you to reach to where you're at right now, you would understand that you need the same leadership qualities when it comes to attracting love. So why are you complaining to give yourself more love, to give yourself more nurturing? That is a part of you that doesn't know how to receive that love yet. So instead of letting her lead, it's your job to nurture yourself, to surround yourself with people who are love visionaries just like you, people who want love, people who are committed to love, people who learn about love because it's a yes. They're not just in a state of emergency where they feel like their lives are crumbling. If you do not act that way when it comes to any other area of your life, then why are you doing that with love? One of the things that I've noticed is that, and Michael Bernard says this, consciousness precedes form. You know, a lot of people are just trying to stop a fleeting sense of pain. Why or how can you do this from a place of love? You know, I see this happening all of the time. The people that complain about doing this work the most are the people who need it the most. Okay? You are the person who felt probably that you were not loved growing up. And it's your time to give yourself that love, and not just in isolation by yourself. You really want to be surrounded by people who love you, then you need to have the courage to stand up and to show up for that love. See, my dad used to complain about giving things to me growing up a lot. Complain to the point where I felt like I did not feel good enough about asking for what the things that I needed. And I realized unconsciously that like, unfortunately, when it came to giving to others, I was giving to others like no problem. But when it came to giving to myself, I used to complain. And I am bringing up this example to you today because I want to know, even with all of your success, are you complaining about going deeper into your working in your love life? Are you complaining about having to do this for a man or for love? Then you're not honoring your needs and your wants and your desires, because love is a need. Love is a need. I'm not telling you that you need a specific person that might not be into you or does not want you. I'm telling you that the sooner you admit and you recognize that love is a need, you will start to allow to give it to yourself more. You need to trust in attracting trustworthy people, people that are the right fit, and you're gonna have to open up your heart again. Now, I recommend for you to do this in a way that really nourishes you and supports you. I don't recommend that you just jump out there into the world and try to meet people when your fears are acting up. I recommend, let me see this, how does complaining look when you aren't, I need to read this properly. I don't know why. Okay, I might see it now. How does complaining look when you aren't honoring your desires? Can you explain? I think I need to understand that question a little bit better. So I'm bringing this up because women all over the world are fighting attracting love. They're acting like they don't need it. But here's the thing, the divine feminine stands for love. So how are you going against yourself when you are proclaiming these things, that you do not need love, that you would rather have a business? How are you creating an energy of imbalance? Love is what fuels businesses, life, like life force in general. You need to learn how to stand powerfully for love. And it's gonna look like you processing your emotions. I would recommend for you to work on your subconscious programming and in your energetic programming, even in your heart. The most important thing for a woman to attract love is to have an open heart chakra, or energetic system, where she is trusting what she's attracting. She's allowing people close to her. She's allowing people to really see her. Your defense mechanisms are what are making you invisible to the type of men and commitment and devotion that you really want. It's not the men, it's your defense mechanisms, because we're learning just to walk and operate in the world by just feeling like, oh, I'm seeing this, that means that I'm not safe. That means that I'm not safe, I'm not safe, I'm not safe. Well, it's true, that there are people that are, I'm getting the word jackasses or assholes, or people that are just not up to par. When you learn how to trust your own magnetism and your own energy, you will be able to navigate like the streets here like better, and meet more people that are in alignment with you. I hear that if you are because I'm an intuitive, if you've been single for years, if you've been focusing on your business and you're attracting men who just want you to take care of them, men that are not the right fit, or you just find yourself feeling alone, then you need to learn how to open up your heart with more confidence, learn how to build your intuition more, and attract the type of man that you really want in your life. So it's a leadership thing. It's a leadership thing. I cannot say it another way. Let me read this comment. It's gonna be a short video, but I'm gonna be making more videos around this, and I hope that it's connecting. Let's see. Whoa, I wouldn't complain, but I am not wearing my glasses, would find it harder to give to myself than others. Eye-opening, thanks a lot. Yeah, so, there's people that complain about doing work, like investing time, money, energy, resources into their love lives. They're like, but why do I have to do this? Like, my girlfriends don't need to do this. Look, it's not a reactive, competitive thing. It's not a survival-based thing. We should all learn about love when we're growing up. But the fact is, we don't. Okay, so yes, you should work on your love life. You should learn and you should invest in your love life. And you should put equal amounts of interest and effort in it just as much as you put into a business. Because then you find yourself complaining all the time that you're not getting enough love, feeling isolated. And the fact is that we're not taught how to love. And you find yourself isolating because your parents did not learn how to love you properly or to love themselves properly. So guess what? We should invest time, energy into love and stop complaining about it, because our parents did not know any better, but we know the effects of not being or not feeling loved by our parents and interacting with people that do not know how to love. We hear that hurt people, right? But why is that? Are hurt people learning how to learn more about love? Are they learning that? So why are we being so reactive? Is because we're letting our fears take over us. So we all know this as a leadership quality. When we learn something and we learn to master the unknown, it becomes easier to understand. We know how to process it more. We know how to support ourselves more. Okay? And I say this with love because I've seen so much complaining over the years. And I understand that it comes from pain, but you need to understand that your complaining comes from pain, from unmet needs and unmet desires. And as the leader as you are, if you were dealing with somebody that's complaining all the time, what would you do? How would you navigate them and help them to see the light? How would you help that person show up for themselves rather than to just stay in a rut? Okay? So that's why it's important that you're surrounded by people, that want love, that are committed to love, that you invest in having love, that you have a budget around working on your love life. Okay? We've all been victims and we've all experienced what it is to feel a lack of love growing up. Why do you believe that so many of us are going and doing so many self-development things? You got to stand up for love and not complain about it, because love is a need. And the more you fight that, the more you see that reflected in your reality. You are worthy of love. And you're going to have to stand up for that desire. Nobody else can do that for you. So you have to learn how to be self-motivated, to not be motivated by pain or by image, to not be motivated just by how you're going to look if you have a specific type of man next to you. You are going to have to learn how to move through it. If you're the type of person that works on their love life until you attract a man and then you stop and you disappear from yourself, what is that saying? Learn to be there for yourself. Love is not about a man. Love is about you standing up for yourself, for your worth, believing in love no matter what. Because this world needs more love. This world needs more nurturing. And the more you complain about doing this for yourself, then it's a sure sign that you are the one that's needing more love. And guess what? You are going to have to be the person that gives it to yourself. And then you're going to have to learn how to not just give love to yourself in isolation. You're going to have to learn how to open up your heart. Maybe build your intuition, learn how to vet properly. But it's only up to you. It's only up to you. There are people that can help you. I can help you. I want to help you. And if I sound very passionate, it's for a reason. I've been doing this for 7 years now, and even potentially even more. And I see there's certain people, they're self-motivated. They just crush through things because they're self-motivated, whether it's because they experience so much pain that they cannot even think about experiencing more loneliness in their life, that they just do what they need to do and they attract powerfully the type of love that they want, And then there's other people who start and they stop, But the secret about people like this is that they're not letting go of pain. Somewhere, they're not believing in receiving exactly what they want. It's your duty to expand. And I can help you. And the thing that's stopping you is probably your emotions, okay? Your emotions have a bigger act, they have such power over you. So that's why I actually do the clearing work, so that you're not starting and stopping, so that you know how to open up your heart, so that you're effectively and consciously bringing in the type of love that you want. The difference between leadership in other areas, and even because it does show up in leadership and business, but the thing about love is that you're gonna have to master your emotions, not let your ego take you out, okay? You have to nurture yourself. So I say this with so much love. And let's see what I'm getting here. Let's see. Ouch. I've been single for years and I attract men who aren't strong. So wait, I need to find this. Let's see. So what's an example of opening up? I think I need to understand the question a little bit better. See, the thing about opening up, and I'm gonna wrap it up with this, is I feel like it's important to clear, number one, your fears. That's why I do a lot of emotional therapy, like helping you release clear fears from your subconscious, from your nervous system, because it just makes your energy more clear and you can genuinely read the energy around you, versus then just like randomly, like I'm gonna open up to this person when you still have your blind spots and you don't realize if the person in front of you is a douchebag or not a good person at all. I recommend for women to clear out fears and start to open up their intuition channels so that their energies are more clear, and specifically their heart, so that they are attracting people with open hearts as well. Okay, so that's why I say sometimes you hear things like this and you're like, you're right, but then you have certain heavy emotions on your heart that don't make that slow your process of realizing whether a person is good for you or not. Okay, so that's why I always recommend the energetic work around the heart, opening up your heart, believing in love, releasing fears and disappointments from your, like I said, energetic system, nervous system, helping you open up the field of your heart, because all of that is going to make you more naturally intuitive. It's also going to help you have a backbone with an open energy to attract love, because sometimes the emotions are so strong, and a lot of successful women, and what keeps them single is that they isolate, but their energies are kind of closed off in fear. That it's about having a backbone, like a spiritual backbone, with having an open heart. Like, you're not the one for me, but my energy is open to love, and that's going to require awareness. It's going to require for you to do your work. And it's going to require for you to trust also in what you were saying, love, about attracting a man that is strong. A lot of successful, independent women do not believe in the idea of a man that is strong, that is capable emotionally with them. So doing the work around opening up to a man like that is actually really powerful as well. Working around your belief systems at a very deep level is what allows you to attract what you want, but it's also what gives you like incredible amounts of confidence. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it like that. If you want to know more about this, ask me some questions below, and I'm also gonna put the link. So if you're interested in working with me, I have 2 spaces available to start working with me now before the year ends. I only work with a small group of women per year, privately. So if you're interested in coaching or clearing and opening up your heart field and just helping you feel more confident and magnetic and seeing results in your love life, like, I'm very good at helping women see results in a span of either weeks or months, even when they've been single for years or all of their lives, because that's the power of opening up the energetic field of your heart. But it's also going to make you more confident in yourself, more badassy, and not but you're going to notice that you're going to see movement, traction of the men coming in, and because you're going to have your energy open. So I'm going to leave it like that, and I'm sending you much love. If you want to follow me on Instagram as well, my Instagram is I am Nicole Elisa. Look to see how my name is written here, because it's exactly like that, Elisa with a double S. And I'm sending you much love. And if you're interested in working with me, the assessment is going to be below. Sending you much love, and take care. And I'm going to continue. Let me know if you want me to continue talking about this. It's just, I've seen things, I see a lot of complaining, and that's not a leadership quality. That's an invitation for you to nurture yourself, not to stop, but to nurture yourself, because you're being fueled by shame, the very thing you need to heal to feel closer to yourself. When you say stuff like that, it's not a common, what would make you complain about nurturing yourself more and receiving more love? The version of you that doesn't believe that she's gonna get it. The version of you that is so angry and so mad at somebody for not loving her. But guess what? Anger and all of that is not gonna give you love. It's actually nurturing yourself. So I'm saying this with love, because I really want to help, and I hope that this message was valuable for you. You can continue to watch more of my videos. Take care.